Okay, first of all, in my role, I always have to provide feedback. I'm a consultant. So let's say you ask me to look at your top junior. After a few minutes, after I need to give you a feedback what I think about him. That's why you're paying me. And that's pretty much all the time what I'm involved with. When I go in different countries, when I do conference, when I do that, they ask me to look at their players and what do I think about it. So what I've learned to look very quickly, it's it's like if I have 5 columns in my head, I look at the outcome column. Let's say on a return of serve, I look right away if they're steady on it. I try to keep track how many points they win on the return of second serve or first serve. Are they performing in the sense of outcome? Do they look like they're good? Are they winning a lot of points? Where do they stand? Do they put the server in trouble after, or is it just neutral? Or is it even easier for return of second serve? So I look at what's happening, because the process, if I don't link it to what's happening, is ridiculous, in my opinion. So I look at the outcome and I look at the process. The process is what all people knows is a physical, mental, tactical, technical, the 4 performance factors. But those I look first is the mental and the physical. So I look if they look like athletes, explosive, like good timing, good eye-hand coordination. I look if they look confident, focused, if they breathe as they hit, or if they look tight, anxious, rushing. So I look if they look like in control of their state, emotional state, focus, explosive, and they seem to enjoy being challenged with big serve, or they look threat or defensive. Just try to look at that. Then obviously I look at the tactical and technical side, see if they're using the right intention according to their technical skills or tactical game style. Oh my God, what is he doing so close? You know, he's a retriever, he should be there. Or what is he doing there? He should be there. What is he, you know, so I try to see if why is he trying right away the big down line? Then after that he runs, he should start the point there. So I look at the tactical intention and of course the technique. But technique is pretty simple, like example in the return of service is more like a catch and turn, basic biomechanic, basic skills. It's not like a complicated model, it's just like very, very compact. But I still look at it to see if it's well done. So brief, I look at outcome, the 2 columns, physical and mental together, which is the performer, the focused competitive athlete. Then I look at the tactical because it precedes the technical. If the intention is right, then to see the technique, if it's proper for that intention. So that's, then I will report to you like this. I don't feel he puts enough pressure on return of second serve, didn't feel to win enough point. My reason I think is a bit tentative, looks a bit defensive. The reason why after that, but I tried to find out the reason why of the 4 performance factors. But if the performer is not there, for sure I'll address that first. We'll address that before changing many things. Okay, one of the first things I teach to everybody I work with is to breathe when they hit. Now, to breathe, what I do is I establish like a tempo norm. You have to hit like, depending of the age, I know the norms like under 12 is 25 balls that they will have rising if they cooperate with each other to the partner. Under 14 is 30, 16, 35, under 18, like this. So let's say you're under 18. I ask you to, with your partner, to do 40 ball rising to each other. It's demanding. You have to be like the best in your country to achieve that. So when they don't have it, which most of them don't have it, is it just technical? Is it, what is technical? Is it also focus? It's muscle relax. It's all that. So the first tip I give them is to breathe as they hit, because most of people, if they were not introduced to that, don't do it. What is breathing is all about? When you breathe, first you will focus to breathe when you hit, so it's not after or before. So it brings focus. Does it help muscle relaxation to breathe out? It's hard to be really tight and breathe out. So it brings some muscle relaxation that helps also. So the first, the physical and mental with the breathing out is already addressed there. Makes you more focused and much more relaxed, so you look more like a performer, like this. Does it help the technique? Big time, because technique is timing and rhythm. So if you breathe, you cannot go, and you can try it, you cannot go faster or slower than you're breathing. So, and try to go slower, I cannot. my stroke will match the rhythm of my breathing. So then they experience that right away. They hit, they say, how does it feel? They all say, oh, it feels much better. Feel more rhythm, feel more loose, more relaxed. And what happened to the ball? Oh, it's deeper, it's faster with less effort. And that's exactly what a good technique should be. Then I seal it with what is choking in tennis. When it's like you say, oh, they all know what choking is, to not breathing out. That's why we say choking and getting tight. So then I say breathing out is the antidote of choking. You cannot breathe out and not breathe out at the same time. And if you know choking is to not breathe out and get tight, and breathing out is to let go and be focused and muscle relaxed at good rhythm and let go of your strokes, then what should you choose? Then they say you should choose to breathe. So therefore, if you want to breathe out, I'm going to support you, and I help them refocus to breathe out, to breathe out. So right away, that's my first lesson, to learn to breathe out, because I know that that will help them to perform under pressure, to perform in front of the crowd, to perform on a big point. If they can breathe out, they will perform much better than if they don't. And that's my first lesson. So it's always my first lesson, to ensure that they breathe out.